Hey, welcome. Today we're going to dive into a really powerful idea, one that could totally change the way you experience your own mind. It's this: you are not your thoughts. So let's start with a big question, and I want you to really sit with it for a second. That constant chatterbox in your head, the one that worries and plans and judges, is that really you?
It's almost automatic, isn't it? We grow up just assuming I am my thoughts. But what we're looking at today suggests something pretty revolutionary. What if that's just a huge case of mistaken identity?
To really wrap our heads around this, let's start with a metaphor. I want you to imagine that your mind is like a river, and it's always flowing. And this river is just filled with everything, right? Old memories, worries about what's next, that inner critic, daydreams, all of it. Sometimes the water's calm, and other times it's a raging torrent. And most of us, well, we spend our whole lives just submerged in it, getting tossed around by every single current. It can be absolutely exhausting. And here's where the real problem kicks in. Our brains are story-making machines. They're trying to make sense of everything. But the source of so much of our anxiety and stress isn't the river itself. It's the fact that we believe we are the river. We do this constantly. A wave of anxiety washes over us, and instead of just seeing it for what it is, a temporary feeling, we grab onto it. We fuse our entire identity with it. We don't just feel anxious. We decide, I am an anxious person. And it's the same thing with our past, isn't it? A memory of some old mistake pops up, and bam, suddenly it's not just something that happened back then. It becomes who we are, right now, right now. We let that old story define us today. So here's the crucial takeaway. The thoughts and feelings, they aren't the enemy. The real suffering comes from believing every single one of them without question. That's when the mind stops being a tool and starts feeling like a trap. Okay, now look at this, because this is the big shift. On the left, you've got the mind story, right? I'm broken, I'm anxious. But on the right, that's the deeper truth. Instead of being broken by your past, you realize I am the awareness that's just noticing a memory. Instead of being an anxious person, you are the vast, open space where the feeling of anxiety can come and go. Can you feel the difference there? It's a game changer. It's going from being the stuff in the container to being the container itself. So, if we're not our thoughts, then who are we? This leads us to this beautiful concept of the silent observer. This is the awareness that's always there, behind all that mental noise.
Think about it for a second. You can notice that you're thinking, right? Well, if you can observe your thoughts, then you can't be your thoughts. There has to be something else doing the watching. That watcher, that is the real you. And here's the cool thing. Unlike your thoughts and your moods that are all over the place, this awareness has some really consistent qualities. It's totally silent. It's spacious. It can hold anything. And most importantly, it never changes. It's always right here, right now, in the present moment. Oh, I absolutely love this metaphor. Picture a huge storm on the ocean. The surface is just chaos, right? Massive waves crashing everywhere. But if you could dive way down deep, it's perfectly still. Your mind is the stormy surface. Your awareness, that's the deep, calm, untouched ocean floor. It's always there, no matter how crazy the weather gets on top. Okay, so this all sounds amazing in theory, right? But how do we actually find this stillness in the middle of a crazy Tuesday? Well, there are some wonderfully simple, practical steps we can take. And you can try these like right now. First, just try watching a thought float by like a cloud without jumping on it. Next, feel the present moment. What do your feet feel like on the floor? When a really stressful thought pops up, just gently ask it, hey, are you 100% true? Even just taking 3 slow breaths can work wonders. And finally, just for a moment, let go of all the labels, your job title, your family role. These are all simple ways to create a little bit of space between you and that river of thought. Now, when you start to practice this, when you start to shift your identity from being the thought to being the observer of the thought, your whole life begins to change. You start living as the sky, not as the weather. And this is the incredible payoff. It's not that emotions go away, but you see, they're just energy passing through. Stressful thoughts, they just lose their power over you because you don't automatically believe them. And your mind, which might have felt like a bully, starts to feel more like a helpful assistant that you can actually use when you need it.
So instead of seeing the world through this murky filter of past regrets and future fears, you start to actually experience this moment. Life just becomes more vibrant, more real. So if you remember just one thing from all of this, let it be this: you are not the storm of your thoughts and feelings. You are the vast, wide open, peaceful sky that allows the storm to happen and then allows it to pass. The sky is never, ever harmed by the weather. It just holds it all. And that's who you are too. So I'll leave you with that to think about. What's one story you've been telling yourself, one label you've been wearing that maybe, just maybe, you can gently set down today and just rest as the sky? Thanks so much for tuning in.